All right, fight fans, we're down here in Orlando, Florida at the NABF convention, and to our surprise, in walks current WBC Middleweight champ, Jermall Charlo. Jermall, how are you doing?
I'm doing great.
All right, it's really good to see you. How you been doing? How's things going?
A lot better. I moved to Pensacola, Florida, trained with Roy Jones, get some work in out here. Loving the weather, loving the people, just enjoying step by step.
Okay, so what prompted the move? Tell me about how that came about for you to, get out of Texas and get down here to Florida, to get away from something, to get to a better situation. Talk about that a little bit.
Pretty much, Ronnie Shields, my trainer, just kind of linked me up, with Roy and his family, and we all kicked it at Spence fight, and it was just one of those things like, hey, I'm gonna just come and see you, and then I came out, we kicked it, and I'm here. I'm just enjoying the weather, enjoying the workouts, enjoying the time with him, picking his brain, picking mine, just some natural, just get away from distractions.
Yeah, and Roy's been good with that. Like, you feel like he's been instrumental in where you're at now?
For sure, he's done a lot of differences in the way I'm thinking, the way I'm carrying things, and like I said, it's step by step, day by day. Roy Jones mentoring me every step of the way, and I'm enjoying it. I'm loving it. I'm feeling stronger, feeling back where I need to be in a way clear headspace, and
Yeah. So, talk about the time away from, how long you've been out of the ring. I mean, obviously that's something you're working on, because that's got to do a job on you mentally. Being a world champ, haven't been able to defend your title for 2 years. Obviously, you're a young guy, so I'm sure you follow social media a little bit. Maybe you're trying not to so much now. People saying, come on, how long is this guy going to not defend the belt, so on and so forth. What's that been like, that journey been like for you?
Up and down. It has its, it's just part of boxing. Like, I've been boxing all my life. I took some time off away to get myself better. I'm not saying I'm quite fully there yet, but I do want to fight before the end of the year. We're working out with the WBC. Obviously, we here at the NABF conference and convention. Everything going smooth. Like, I had personal issues. We don't really have to speak on them. I mean, you probably know, but just had a couple personal issues I had to battle on my own, and getting through them, and kind of got through a lot more stuff. It's better than seeing, me here than seeing me in mug shots every so often. I'm getting in trouble with this and that, and just a lot of just personal problems going on at one time, and I couldn't really focus on boxing, and I had to take my time to get myself better.
Obviously, the WBC's support of you has meant a lot. Obviously there's been guys that have been away from defending their title for a lot less time than you, that have either had their title vacated or they get stripped or whatever, and President Suleiman has talked a lot about being behind you and giving you the time that you need to deal with, whatever it is, mental health, whatever you need to kind of get back into form and get back to where you can defend your titles. I'm sure that's meant a lot to have their support and not have them turn their back on you and strip you or anything like that.
Yeah, I mean, true. I mean, I had to deal with injuries. I had to deal with the time away. I had to deal with legal issues. I had to deal with a few things that just kind of like offset me a little bit.
Sure.
But it didn't make me to the point where I don't feel like, I'm the champ of the world. I'm still the champ of the world. Just, and then on top of that, we took some time to schedule the Canelo fight, which didn't happen. We ended up, letting my brother go ahead and seize that moment, and he's doing his justice at what he has to do to get that fight done, and I'll fight him next or whatever the situation is. I mean, I had a lot going on.
Sure.
Like, honestly, I'm not trying to make it seem like you know, everything is all good now. But yeah, I had a lot going on, family-wise, personal issues, you know, legal issues, just a lot of things going on at one time, and I couldn't focus on my kids. I couldn't focus on myself. I couldn't focus on anything. So I'm a lot better now. I had to tighten up and get it done. So that's kind of what I did.
Yeah. If you had to put like a percentage on things, like, you know, how far back you are or whatever, where would you say you're at now in terms of whether it be a timeline or a percentage of where you want to be?
I'm physically almost back to where I was.
Okay.
Mentally, almost back to where I was. So like, I can't just say like give you a percentage on it, but
okay.
I'm definitely like closing in on that 75-80% range.
Okay,
I would be like real close to.
That's
like,
a number I was
feeling
thinking of.
better, like I'm in a better space. I mean, it took me time to just get away from people that I was around, and you know, I guess it happens to the best of us. I didn't think it would happen to me, so you know, just around, you know, people that just don't mean nothing for you, and just had to get away from them. Just,
yeah.
You know, and it is what it is.
How hard is that to do that, to, you know, be around people perhaps a long time in your life or whatever, and then to come to a realization where you have to go, you know what, this isn't good for me, I got to get away from it. Is that tough?
It's hard. It's tough. But once you finally get to that point where, like, you know, you don't need nobody but God, then you just become like a better person. So I kind of just started focusing on me. You know, I don't care about what anybody else say, what they think about me, whatever. I'm still successful at what I've done in boxing, let alone you know, what I have more to prove. Like, you know, it lit my fire back. I'm hungry now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm ready to show the world that I'm still the champ. I'm still, you know, ready to give the fans the best fights that I have left in me.
Okay. Now, obviously, you're in full support of your brother going into this Canelo fight. Obviously, you see him coming out winning. How do you see that fight playing out as far as your brother's style and Canelo's style? And
I don't know.
Seeing that there's been a blueprint for.
I haven't really talked to my brother at all. My brother really don't speak, like I was trying to tell you.
Okay.
There's a lot of people that you know, there's me around you. You got to go your way. We go in different directions. It could be somebody close as like a family member, not just a brother, but any family member, aunts, brothers, cousins, whatever. Sometimes you just got to get to yourself and just you know, plant your seeds. And I just had to get back to myself. But I really haven't talked to my brother too much about nothing about him fighting Canelo, besides letting him know that I, you know, seize the opportunity.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'll be honest. Like I said before, I don't even, outside of, you know, fight news, I don't pay attention to like social media. I'm more of a real social person, maybe because of my age. So I don't pay attention to, you know, things like that and what's going around, because half the time you can't believe it. As I was alluding to before, your family and marriage is still intact. So that's one thing. You know, if I had paid attention to all that stuff.
Enjoying the weather. Man. Yeah. Just, you know, he has his family, his girlfriend or whatever he has going on, and his stepkids and all that stuff. Y'all let you do your thing and I'll do my thing. I'm not really into all that. Like, you know, like I said, I'm better at this point. I don't want to really elaborate too much on like how he is, but
sure.
I guess he's figuring it out. He's not as so happy with me for, you know, being who I am and going through the things I had to go through, but hopefully it don't bother him at all. But, you know, I wish him the best.
Okay.
And hopefully he sees the moment.
Okay. That means, regardless, I mean, if he wins, obviously you're not going to fight your brother, but if he doesn't, then you might get a chance at Canelo.
Yeah, I mean, regardless, the contract is signed, so
yeah.
Things going to happen regardless, you know. You know, he vouched to be great. He's taking the risk of going up 2 weight divisions to fight.
That's daring
Canelo.
to be great.
That's daring to be great. So I mean, to each his own. Like, you know.
So backing up a little bit, your quick thoughts on the Crawford Spence fight and what happened there. I mean, you know, Spence was your stablemate. You know, a lot of people now are saying, after the fact, especially some doctors that I've listened to, that there definitely was an impact with those car accidents and stuff, and some people say, how did he even get past in the physicals to be in that fight? Do you think in your heart, like, that he should even fight again? Not forget the fight and like what happened to him in the fight itself, but now looking back at maybe the impact those car accidents had on him. Do you have any thoughts on that, like his future?
I think he's still great. He wants the rematch, and
Right.
that's going to happen. You know, sometimes, hey, it's boxing.
Yeah.
It's boxing. You got personal things going on. I mean, see, my personal things is kind of, you know, a little
Right.
shaggy outside the ring, but he had his own personal things going on.
Right.
And you know, even if it
Yeah.
involved a car accident.
Yeah,
was
some
still-
people think it's medical things,
I mean,
and
but
maybe he shouldn't step
still,
in.
He still had his own personal things. It was
Sure.
boxing. We still human at the end of the day.
Right, right. Yeah, I think there are those that are concerned for his well-being
I
and think maybe he shouldn't.
I think he's good. I think he
Yeah.
bounce back and get back to himself. I think, you
Okay.
know, support his family. I'm in full support of the Spence.
Okay, very good. So, and what do you think of? I know this would conflict with your plans, depending on how the Canelo fight comes out with your brother. But what do you think of Crawford's calling Canelo out and Canelo entertaining that?
I mean, if it can happen, it won't interfere with my plans at all.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think Crawford might be too small for Canelo.
possibly. I think they're the same height, but his frame.
I don't think he's just, you know,
He's not as thick and
he
stocky
can't even
as-
blow up as much as
Yeah.
Canelo can.
And people forget that he started as a lightweight.
Yeah.
So Canelo might have been a lightweight when he was 14 or something when he turned pro, but
I mean, it's entertaining to hope or like,
Yeah.
you know. But I don't know. I mean, you know, I don't pick the fights. I don't.
yeah.
You know, that's just,
So if you had your wishes come true and you're able to get back in the ring by the end of the year, you want to go right back into a title defense, or
yeah, I would go right back into the title defense. I have the belt, so it's about time
Uh-huh.
that I have to defend it regardless. So yeah, I'm going right back into the title defense and get some top competition and someone that will stand up and fight.
yeah. What do you think about the intern chap? You know, that's been calling you out, you know, in your absence. The guy that I feel bad that I'm forgetting his name right now, but the Dominican guy that has the WBC head fight for an interim title.
I
My
don't know.
apologies.
I mean, I'm here to fight the best, so like I have never dodged no fight or nothing.
Right.
Like that, so you know, I train hard, well prepared. Even though I've taken this little time away from the ring, I've been still actively training.
Yep.
Like, I just haven't fought.
Well, you look in good shape. You didn't blow up to no heavyweight or anything like that.
I stay pretty well conditioned.
All right.
And, be well.
All right.
Things of that nature.
So some final words to your fans that have been waiting for your return
Thank you for being
and
patient. I'm still here, baby. I went through a real war, and you know, I'm back. So I get a chance to entertain y'all soon.
all right, Jermall, WBC Middleweight champ. Thank you so much for your time and good luck.
Thank you.